Good morning. My name is Chris O'Brien. I'm the Operations Section Chief Trainee for the Gold Mountain Fire. It's a lovely Sunday morning. We've got beautiful blue skies here in Colorado. And of course that means we've got a little less humidity today, which is good and bad. It's great for us. It helps the fire consume a little bit more, keeps things moving in the direction we want it to go, but it also increases the chance of fire behavior and more smoke in the atmosphere. So be aware as you're out today looking around, especially if you're looking back towards the Gold Mountain Fire, you might see a little bit more smoke today. So going into the Gold Mountain Fire, we're at 39,691 acres. We're 87% contained. We've got 87 personnel working on it, and we have a new mission plan for today that we're really excited about. So with that, I want to talk first about the lower divisions, Alpha and Zulu. Those two divisions remain unstaffed right now. The fire in that area is very quiet, staying very nicely within our containment lines. You can see they're all black on the map. So that's a really positive measure and a positive indication for the communities, especially of Ridgway and Ouray, that were directly threatened by the fire during its early stages. Moving up into division Foxtrot, here we come into the areas of the Cimarron Ridge and what we refer to as the Mohawk. Today we're going to have crews in there assessing and looking at a plan that we've put together that we think is going to create really solid success for the community, the Bear Claw community and the CMC ski area, as well as the Silverjack reservoir area. So we're hoping that that operation will conclude successfully, and if it does, we'll have about 3 or 4 days of people operating in there to execute that mission. So we're excited about today. The firefighters are excited about today. We're ready to get in there and really we're hoping for a very positive message today. So with that, I want to talk a little bit about patience, and we appreciate the patience that the community has given us to execute the operational activities that we need to execute to control this fire. And especially in this Owl Creek area, the 858 road. We know that's a really popular recreational spot and it takes you into some really beautiful country, but we still have crews on the ground operating in that area, and they need the space to be able to do the job that they're trying to do. So really and truly, they're working hard. We're hoping that we can get these things done in I don't want to put a pin on the exact amount of time, but hopefully within the next week to 2 weeks, we can get all of that done and then start working with the forest to consider how we can open that area back up to recreation in a responsible way so that we can enjoy the area as tourists and area land users, and the firefighters can continue to do the operation that they need to do to ensure the safety of all of the people that are enjoying that area. So really and truly, we're grateful for your patience. We just need you to hang in there a little bit longer. It's not that much. Stay with us. We'll get there to the end together. Moving over into the East and Middle Forks, we've had excellent success in there. Yesterday, we had a lot of aircrafts supporting the boots on the ground. So they were able to do a lot more heat control along some of these red lines out here, especially in the East Fork. And we're hoping soon that we're going to be able to start turning some of those lines black. And with that, that then allows us to start opening up more of that recreational opportunity again. Once we know that we've got the fire secure, then we can really start looking at how do we allow people back in there to enjoy that space in a responsible and enjoyable way. Likewise, their crews will be working, creating an indirect line between the East Fork and the Middle Fork area, and the intention of that is to protect the Silverjack Reservoir and again, create those recreational opportunities in the future for everybody. So bear with us. We're making great progress. You know, the weather is always a factor. We need certain things in the weather to align for us to be able to do the work. When we have thunderstorms, lightning, and so forth, that pushes us off the hill. If we have too much rain, that brings us off the hill. Those roads are unsafe to travel on when they're very wet, they're very slippery, and the risk of the equipment and the apparatus sliding off the road increases. So we don't want to hurt our firefighters. We want to make sure that they can do the job that they do safely and effectively, and they return home at the end of the shift with all their fingers, all their toes, happy and healthy, ready to have dinner. So moving down into Division Zulu, again, you're seeing a lot of black on the map. Not a lot of activity out there, but there is still some heat. So you may see some smoke, especially in the evenings when we get this nice clearing weather that we have today. You may see some flames too. If it's within the footprint of the fire, that's okay. Nothing to be alarmed about. But of course, if you ever see anything that's outside of the containment lines of the fires, please call 911. Please let us know. We'll respond. We'll get out there and we'll do the best we can to make sure that whatever's outside of that does not become a problem. We'll put it out as quickly as we can and control it. So thank you very much. I hope you have a great weekend.